They're calling it a climate lockdown, but really what's going on is the 15-minute city. Now, the 15-minute city is a UN agenda. Again, we talked about this a while ago. I mean, that was like a year ago, I think. And we knew it was coming, but what they're doing now is they're getting ready to test this 15-minute city. I have a video for that a little bit later, so it'll kind of re-jog your memory on what it is. So this trial is set for 2024. Residents will be confined to their local neighborhoods and must seek permission to leave. That's right. They're going to be locked down in their own neighborhoods, and you have to ask your authority figures permission to leave. The area will be split into 6 zones. The Oxfordshire County will be split into 6 zones. And honestly, it reminds me of the Hunger Games. If you don't know anything about the Hunger Games, it's a book and a movie series where they've got it in the different zones, all the way from the rich controlling group down to the peasants, and everybody has a thing, whether it's lumber or cooking or all these different types of zones. Well, it seems like they're getting ready to do that. Also, if you've ever seen the movie In Time, that's another one where it's in, I think it's 8, might be 6 different zones, and it's all based on how much money you have, your class level type of thing, and it costs you. Well, it would be for them time. I'm not going to get into all that, but it costs money basically to cross the borders to get into it. So they're getting this set up. They're getting these districts going, and they're going to split the county into 6 different zones. Basically what it is it's part of the 15-minute city agenda. This is where the UN announced this several years ago that they wanted to get this going. They wanted to get it set up. And they're basically going to be doing this. Now, whenever they say trial or temporary or something like that, usually that means it's going to last forever. This is what the 15-minute city is, if you want to know. Doesn't that sound wonderful? So basically what it is they're trying to turn all these different zones into an area where everything is going to be hub-based, everything is going to be AI, smart city controlled, and everything is going to be within a 15-minute walking distance, whether it's work, meeting zones, to the grocery store, to the clinic, to the doctor. Everything is going to be within 15-minute walking zones. They don't want people driving cars. They don't want people leaving those areas. Basically, they want to create zoos for humans. That is what the 15-minute city thing is. The UN calls it like the urbanizing project or the urban project or whatever they want to call it. But really, in actuality, what it is everything within 15-minute walk. You don't need to drive anywhere, and you don't get to leave that zone. So that's what that is. adding on to what Oxfordshire County is doing here, what they're going to do is they're going to place electronic gates on key roads in and out of the zones. So they're going to have electronic gates in order to get between the zones. You'll need to request permission from the council to leave, and each resident will only get to leave a max of 100 days per year. They're going to be limiting it. So you have to request permission. Then if they finally say, yeah, you can go ahead and leave your pen, your cell, you only get 100 days out of the year that you get to do it. They're actually going to do this in 2024. This is not, this is not one of those things where it's like, oh, it's going to happen. They're talking about it. Da, 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 da. No, they just passed it. They signed it in and said, this is going to happen. They're going to do this. The WEF calls them human settlement zones, by the way. So Oxfordshire is saying it's going to be districts or zones. The WEF calls them the human settlement zones because, of course, the WEF is involved with this. The UN's involved with it. In order to leave, you'll need to register your car so it can be tracked via smart cameras and GPS. This is where the smart city stuff comes into place. It's like the stuff that we talked about last week with what China is doing, the WeChat app, what Elon Musk is creating, basically. It's about the Internet of Things, connecting all your devices and your cars and the street lights and everything. It's all going to be connected. That's what this is a part of. These 6 zone districts were established in 2021. That's when they got this stuff, and they hid it in a climate environment pledge. So of course they're hiding it in the climate change stuff. Multi-car households, because like I said, you have to register your car. Multi-car households still only count as one, so there's no gaming the system. So if you're a house that has 2 cars, you can't just say, oh, we get 100 days in this car, and then we can just switch over to the other car and get another 100 days. No, all of them is going to be registered to your household. So if one car goes through, it counts as one for all of your other cars as well. So that's already been thought of. Basically, all relationships outside of the district will be restricted to online socializing. This is where we've talked about the metaverse, even though metaverse really isn't doing well at all. It's kind of a dumpster fire right now. Something similar could come of it, but basically what they're saying is if you have relationships outside of your zone, well, good luck. You're going to have to do everything online if you want to socialize with them. So this is, when we've seen the advertisements from the metaverse, like you can attend concerts virtually and you can meet your friends in different places virtually. That's what they're trying to do. They want to keep everybody in their pen. They want to keep you on welfare. They want to keep you fat with bugs and other lab-grown things, and then they want you living in an online world. They want the Matrix. They want to get you in the Matrix.